My name is Chastity Morris, and the moral theory I will be discussing is Guiltuism. The moral theory of Guiltuism. The moral theory of Guiltuism requires us to implement truths. One must be free of lies. One can use Guiltuism to determine what I should do and how I should act. One can use Guiltuism to determine what I should do and how should I act by revealing all truths when questioned. One must oppose lies and promote honesty at all costs. Guiltuism creates greater trust, which can also be used to determine what I should do, how I should act. According to the moral theory of Guiltuism, we ought to be free of guilt and demonstrate honesty no matter the circumstance. Here's a scenario. Suppose your coworker claims that she has no money to purchase lunch when at work. So the lunch lady gives her food for free for her troubles. This is an everyday thing that your coworker does, which leads the lunch lady to ask you if the girl really doesn't have any money. However, as you guys are on lunch, you notice the coworker with an abundance amount of money. This is where Guiltuism comes in, which demands you to be free of guilt. In other words, according to Guiltuism, it is your duty to promote truth. Choosing to inform the lunch lady that the girl is pretending to not have money during lunch breaks would represent Guiltuism, while deciding not to inform the lunch lady will be going against the moral theory of Guiltuism. Now I will be discussing the pros of Guiltuism. You will earn trust, meaning people trust those who tell the truth. Second, you will earn respect. People will respect you for being honest. Next, you will create stronger relationships with people. Your confidence will rise. You will attract truth, meaning when people know you are telling the truth, that encourages them to do so as well. Next, your stress level will increase. Not having the load of lying and having to continue to lie will be a relief. You will have a better peace of mind. When you tell the truth, you don't have to remember as much because you didn't lie. You may also have a positive reputation. Loyalty will expand. People are most loyal to those they feel they can trust. Here are a list of cons of Guiltuism. Like, you or someone else can get hurt, meaning if you were to tell the truth all the time, who's to say it wouldn't hurt someone? Trust will be lost. If you were to tell everything that you know and all secrets or any truths that you know, no one would trust you, because how can they trust you if you have to tell the truth no matter what? No one would have secrets. Like, if you are asked anything, you are obligated to tell the truth. So how will you have secrets? Reputations will be ruined. If you are the one who's telling the truth, you can ruin someone's reputation as well as yours, because you'll be viewed as being a snitch or something of that sort. Whereas the person who you're snitching on it could ruin their reputation. That might not be something that they want to be put out or something. Relationships will be ruined. Some things are to be confidential within a relationship. And if someone was to ask you something, for example, regarding your relationship, and you, according to Guiltuism, you are demanded to tell the truth. And I mean, there are certain things that you and your spouse, or not even just relationship wise, your friends, friendship relationships, it's some things that you just want to be confidential. Feelings of betrayal will arise. I mean, people will feel like, I trusted you to keep this a secret, and you are obligated to tell the truth. So you betrayed me because I put my trust in you to not say anything. But according to Guiltuism, if I'm obligated to tell the truth, that's just what I have to go by. Bad outcomes will occur. 9 times out of 10, when you tell the truth about everything, something bad is going to be the outcome. Especially if it's something that you are supposed to hold in or not say anything about. So if somebody was trusting you to keep their secret or something, and you just are obligated to tell it, I mean, no one will be happy about it, basically. Like, it's going to be a negative outcome regardless, because I trusted you to not say something about this. And according to Guiltuism, you had to. You will also attract dishonesty. So, according to Guiltuism, you must tell the truth. And I feel like a lot of people, they will not be honest. Because, I mean, according to Guiltuism, you have to tell the truth. So why would I tell you the truth if you're obligated to tell it? I mean, so I'm obviously going to be dishonest with you about certain things, or a lot of things, because I don't want that to get out. Possible challenges of Guiltuism. The idea that we ought to be free of guilt is appealing when being used to build trust. However, there are many good reasons why one should withhold certain information and keep it confidential. Sometimes things should be kept a secret in certain situations. For example, suppose you are a doctor and you treat a 19-year-old female. After treating the teenager, the mother begins to question you regarding what was done. According to Guiltuism, one must oppose lies and promote honesty. One must tell the truth when questioned and demonstrate honesty regardless of the circumstance. But as a physician, you feel that it is wrong to disclose the information of the teenager, especially being that you must abide by the HIPAA privacy rule. So, to add on to that, let's say that the culture of the mother and teen believes that parents must be informed of anything regarding their child up until the child is married. Is it right for the doctor to continue to withhold information? Because according to cultural relativism, different cultures have different moral codes. Cultural relativism demonstrates that whatever the nature of the culture is right. So, is the doctor right or wrong for not releasing the information to the mother? Also, if Guiltuism were true, if we ought to promote honesty at all costs, how could morality even be possible? According to the Elements of Moral Philosophy by James Rachel, morality requires the impartial consideration of each individual's interest. Impartiality requires that we not treat members of particular groups inferior. As I read the Elements of Moral Philosophy by James Rachel, I recognize that nearly every moral theory incorporates the idea of impartiality. How could anyone demonstrate what is right and what is wrong while considering each individual's interests? For instance, according to Guiltuism, we should tell the truth when asked a question. Let's say a man walks into a school armed and asks for a particular person. You know exactly who that person is, and not choosing to tell the armed man would go against the moral theory that we ought to be free of guilt. However, if you were to abide by the moral theory of Guiltuism and tell the armed man who that person is, you would be viewed as doing the wrong thing. Therefore, morality would not be possible due to the society's determining what is right and not considering the interests of each individual.